Hey yo guys, what is going on? It is Evolved here, coming to you with yet another MMA news video today. Ooh, we don't want to block Chuck in the background there, Mr. Liddell. As always, back with yet another news video, taking on some of the stuff that went on over the weekend while I was away.
Free slick, back in the day when a nigga trip 6, now a nigga trip C, the internet tip, I'm talking about the internet shit. Let me get back on topic, our Curry was the top pick, the whole.
Now, first off today, we have the news that Ben Askren has been verbally promised a top 5 welterweight for his debut in the UFC. Boom, baby! I wanted it. I would have loved it to be Ben Askren comes over. We unveil a new 165-pound division. We unveil the 175-pound division, and Khabib and Ben fight for the title in 165 because we all know that tiramisu with Khabib, it's getting a little rough on him, so he might want to move up to 165. But I would have loved that to happen. However, a top 5 welterweight is still fucking amazing that we can see him go up against some top competition right away, not even have a tune-up fight. Even though top 5 might be a tune-up fight for him, you never know. I personally cannot wait to see who it is. I'm trying to think of the top 5 guys. Maybe Usman. I would fucking love to see that, although the fans might not tune in because they'd see it as Askren and Usman, two usually boring fighters to casuals, I guess. But maybe Demian Maia after a loss, although I think he's fallen down to like 8th or 9th on the welterweight rankings. Jorge Masvidal is definitely around 10. So he probably wouldn't get the shot. Colby Covington is fighting Tyron Woodley, so I don't think it's going to be him. Other than that, I don't know. I'm just going off the top of my head right now. But yeah, top 5 welterweight for Ben Askren on his debut. It's going to be incredible. We're going to probably see him, January time, February maybe. But whenever it gets announced, I will be at you with the news with that one. Moving on, a little bit of sad news. Stephan Bonnar, former Ultimate Fighter Season 1 runner-up, participant in one of the greatest fights of all time, the fight that launched the UFC into what it is today, one of my personal favorites still to this day. Apparently he crashed his car and was detained by a group of citizens who were concerned for his driving, one of whom was apparently armed with a gun, and he was detained, civilians arrest until the police got there. As of right now, his bail is $22,000 and nothing concrete has been. Right now, his bail sits at $22,000 in the Nevada state jails, and I know it's not going to have a mark in his fighting career because he is done right now. He's currently retired, former UFC, Bellator vet, but it's kind of sad to see Stephan Bonnar go down that route. Moving on to more sad news. I guess I just got a ton of it today. Marvin Vittori, the fighter most infamously known for his controversial loss, I'll say, controversial split decision loss to Israel Stylebender Adesanya. I believe that's how you say his last name, Adesanya. Same thing, Ponzibio, Adesanya. I can't say these guys' last names. But unfortunately, he is facing a potential USADA violation. Now, nothing official has come out. The case is still working itself out. But in August, he was found with small trace amounts of ostarine in his system. To see this happen to yet another guy facing USADA situation, Sugar Sean, Marvin Vittori, Nick Diaz in the past, great fighters are brought down by trace element. Johnny Bones Jones, I even forgot him, are brought down by this, by trace amounts of things in their system, and the golden snitch gets him every time. And again, guys, nothing official on this. This update is simply per his Instagram. He just wanted to update his fans about it. I saw it earlier today, and it was sad to see. And lastly, Dana White and Demetrious Johnson both talked about his trade out of the UFC. It was sad to see Demetrious Johnson go, a man that dominated the flyweight division for years and years. But I do think it's for the best. He wasn't getting a ton of the respect he deserved per Dana White. And him going over to one championship is going to open up a whole world of opportunities and allowing him to just fight instead of talk. Another thing that he brought up in his comments, Demetrious, of course, was that he was excited to leave the drama of the UFC behind. That is going to be it for today. This video is over. Like I always say, rate, comment, subscribe. If you don't do any of those things, fuck it, I don't care. Just like any other video, this is Evolve signing off.
Fuck.